The internet just hit a breaking point. And it's all because of Cardi B. What was supposed to be another quiet chapter in her life exploded into a full-blown digital storm that left millions speechless. Reports are surfacing that Cardi B has unleashed a shocking tactical strike against Offset, exposing private conversations and messages that no one was ever meant to see. Fans are saying this is beyond anything she's done before, a moment where patience ran out and fury took over. It wasn't just anger, it was precision, strategy, and the raw truth spilling into the public eye. Every screenshot, every DM, every hidden video she shared painted a picture of betrayal that had been simmering for years. Offset allegedly mocking her pregnancy, making cruel jokes, and hiding a side of himself the world never knew. Cardi's words cut like a scalpel, her voice alternating between pain and controlled rage, showing the world that she would no longer be silenced or humiliated. This isn't just a breakup, it's a cultural earthquake, a story of power shifting in real time. And the internet has become the courtroom where Cardi B is taking full control. No filter, no mercy, and no turning back. The tension between Cardi B and Offset had been simmering for years. But nothing prepared the world for what she allegedly unleashed in that explosive livestream. For years, she had protected him, covered up his mistakes, laughed off the rumors, and stood by him through every public scandal. But the latest betrayal was something she could no longer ignore. According to reports, Offset had made cruel remarks about her pregnancy, belittled her emotional struggles, and sent private messages that mocked the very moments she was supposed to cherish. And when Cardi allegedly gained access to these hidden conversations, it was like holding the final piece of evidence in a case that had been building for years. The screenshots and videos she reportedly revealed were a masterclass in exposing deception, each one showing a side of Offset that contrasted sharply with the polished, public image he had cultivated. Cardi's demeanor at the start of the live stream was striking. She was calm, collected, but there was a steeliness behind her eyes that warned viewers this was not going to be another lighthearted rant or emotional vent. She systematically confronted each piece of proof, explaining the context and sharing her feelings of hurt, betrayal, and disbelief. The world watched as she navigated the timeline of their relationship, showing how countless small deceptions had accumulated into a mountain of mistrust, and how the very person she had built her life around had been undermining her happiness and confidence in ways that no one had suspected. Fans described the live stream as intense, raw, and unprecedented, as Cardi meticulously scrolled through the messages, revealing conversations where Offset allegedly joked about her vulnerability and mocked her joy. Each revelation seemed to strip him of the public facade, exposing the emotional manipulation that had defined their marriage in private. Cardi's voice alternated between measured clarity and bursts of emotion, illustrating the depth of her pain while simultaneously asserting control over the narrative. She reminded viewers that her career, her children, and her self-respect were at stake, and that she would no longer allow herself to be silenced or humiliated. The alleged evidence was not just about infidelity or insults, it painted a picture of a relationship built on imbalance, secrecy, and manipulation. The way Cardi reportedly presented everything was almost surgical, taking the audience step by step through the timeline of deception, showing that each incident was not isolated but part of a larger pattern that revealed the true character of the man she had once trusted implicitly. Reports say that as she went deeper, her words became sharper, her anger controlled but undeniable, making the audience realize that this was not merely a celebrity argument, it was a statement about reclaiming power, self-worth, and dignity. Every DM, every screenshot, every alleged hidden video contributed to a narrative that left no room for doubt about the depth of betrayal and the strength of her resolve. By the end of the first hour, the world was witnessing a woman who had been pushed to her limits finally taking control of her story, forcing everyone to confront the reality of a relationship that had long been far from the picture-perfect image it once projected, and setting the stage for the next chapters of confrontation, revelation, and justice in her own terms. As the live stream progressed, Cardi B's revelations only intensified, showing that the betrayal ran deeper than anyone had imagined. Each DM she allegedly exposed added layers to a story of deception, manipulation, and emotional cruelty, painting Offset as a man who had hidden his true intentions behind charm and fame. Fans watched in awe as she meticulously explained how he had allegedly taken advantage of her trust, making jokes about her pregnancy and belittling her feelings while publicly maintaining the image of a loving husband. Cardi's deliberate tone made each accusation land harder, her words cutting through the social media noise with precision. She reportedly scrolled through conversations that revealed attempts to control her decisions, undermine her achievements, and manipulate the narrative so that she appeared unreasonable whenever she expressed her hurt or concern. The tension was palpable as she outlined moments where she had stood by him despite red flags, only to discover that his words and actions behind closed doors had been directly undermining her. Every revelation fueled the fire of outrage and admiration from fans, showing a woman who had been pushed to her breaking point yet maintained control over how the story was told. Cardi allegedly didn't stop at exposing the messages. She confronted Offset's repeated attempts to downplay his actions, highlighting the contrast between his public apologies and the private derision captured in screenshots. The live stream became a masterclass in taking back power, showing that years of silence had ended and that she would no longer allow anyone, even a man she once loved, to dictate her narrative or question her worth. The intensity built relentlessly, leaving viewers both shocked and captivated, witnessing the transformation of a protected, silenced partner into a formidable force reclaiming her life and her story. By the final phase of the live stream, Cardi B had shifted from exposing betrayal to asserting complete dominance over her story, leaving no doubt about the power dynamic between her and Offset. Every alleged screenshot, every private message, every video she revealed showed a pattern of manipulation, deceit, and disrespect that had accumulated over the years. She addressed the pain, the mockery of her pregnancy, and the emotional games he had allegedly played, making it clear that this was not just about a breakup, but about reclaiming her dignity, her career, and her life. Cardi's voice carried both fury and resolution as she confronted him directly, framing the narrative with precision, leaving the audience stunned by the depth of the revelations. The evidence she displayed allegedly showed him attempting to re-enter her life hours after disparaging her publicly, exposing desperation. The world has just witnessed Cardi B take full control of her story, exposing Offset in a way that no one could have imagined. Every screenshot, every message, every alleged hidden video painted a picture of betrayal, manipulation, and emotional games. And Cardi faced it all head-on, reclaiming her power with precision and courage. Now the question is, where does the story go from here? Fans are divided, conversations are exploding online, and the digital streets are alive with reactions to her explosive live stream. We want to know what you think. Was Cardi B right to reveal the truth so publicly, or should some things have stayed behind closed doors? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now because your opinion drives the conversation. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the Hype Spill, and turn on notifications to stay updated on every shocking development in this Cardi B and Offset saga, because the story isn't over yet, and you won't want to miss what happens next.